How's it going, guys? Vishi Starcraft coming to you with the second game, the best of three series, between LiquidSheth and DignitasSjow. Now the first game we saw Shjow push out with a lot of Hellion pressure, but unfortunately for him, Seth was able to hold it off with a lot of spines, queens, and then he countered with the roach and infestors. Infestors obviously funneling all the marines, and then the roaches getting really close to the tanks, and Seth pretty much overpowered Shjow just by pretty much brute force. So hopefully we see a different outcome. Seth needs one more game to win, and Shjow, he's in tough here. He has to really work really hard to get this one so he can take it to a third and deciding game between these two amazing players. But other than that, yeah, let's get on to game 2. We are on Antigua shipyard. This is a relatively just to take you around the map real quick. You do have your relatively fast natural here, and then to the upper corner of that you do have your second expansion slot here. This is a full map with all what is it, 2, 4, 6, 8 mineral patches. So I'm really not that good at math, so 8 mineral patches. And then to the left of your main base you do have your third natural. And as always, it is exactly the same on the other side for Shjow. And in the middle you have the mineral patch along with the Zelnaga tower there. So yeah, it's a pretty cool map. I find that it's very macro friendly map because players tend to just, take a while just to kind of just expand, get their armies super beefy, so in the end you're gonna see like a crazy engagement of like a huge mass army. So enough of me chit-chatting. Seth did open up expansion first, as he dropped the expansion there, and he did drop his spawning pool, so nothing. So what is Shjow doing? Again, he did drop a factory. He has 3 guys mining on gas, so it is going to be again a Hellion opener that we see from Shjow. A lot of Terran players, I find, they tend to do this fast Hellion opener against a lot of Zerg players, just because it's really effective in catching Zerglings. Hellions are very good against Zerglings. I just find that it's a very good strategy to just contain your Zerg player early on, because you don't want those stray Zerglings running off, scouting, just kind of being a nuisance. So with Hellions, it's a very good balance of just like holding it, holding them at this choke point, at this ramp here. So Shjow did come out with his expansion there. Oops, sorry, just kind of wandered off there, and pumping out 2 Hellions at the moment. So again, pretty much nothing unorthodox, to say the least. Metabolic boost is on its way for Seth. He did drop 2 spine crawlers, yes, spine crawlers there, just to kind of defend him, because he's most likely expecting Hellions to come out, because Shjow didn't even scout him out yet, and Seth is kind of like, hey, you know what, if you didn't scout me, yeah, most likely he's gonna get out Hellion. So good defense here. That should be more than enough with this queen here sitting there. Should be more than enough just to keep the Hellions at bay. And these Hellions are just about to pop out, and there we go. One's on its way. The other one should be out in just a second. So any follow-up, he's just going to be pretty much just getting a lot of SCVs, saturating this natural here, just to kind of get him a strong economy. And let's see how much damage Shjow can do with these 2 Hellions here. And obviously 2 more Hellions in production, so we got 5 in total. One's coming out, there's 4 here, so let's see how effective this push is. Oh no, he's making 2 more, so 6 in total. I don't know why he's waiting so long. I would just kind of come around here and just kind of harass the mineral line here, because see, the longer you wait, the more things you'd have to deal with, like those 10 Zerglings that are just about to pop out for Sheth, and they do have metabolic boost, so that makes him that much more effective, and he is moving his spines up there as he spots it now. And yeah, as Sheth is pretty much prepared for that, did drop a Hellion, so Sjow should be very careful at what he does. And look at that queen, he's like, oh damn, I got caught at creep, so I got off creep, so I gotta get my ass back. And that spine crawler is gonna be no problem taking care of any of the Hellions. He's continuously producing Hellions, which is, he has, wow, 6 there and 4 more coming out. Wow, that's insane. So he's gonna be doing, well, he's gonna be continuously, you know, pressuring these Zerglings from Sheth, and he just caught one off straight. So now Sheth, what is he doing to kind of counteract that? Well, at the moment, nothing. He doesn't really have a roach warren or anything like that. It's more just sitting on these spines and the queens. So those are a lot of Hellions. Oh my god, look, he's gonna do tremendous amounts of damage. And look at those Hellions go to town with Zerglings. They just roast the Zerglings, but the queens are a bit too much, and he's trying to just, yeah, wow, they're just roasting away at the workers. It's unbelievable how fast they roast against Hellions, roast Zerglings and workers, and even this queen. So poor queen. In terms of resources lost, obviously Sjow is ahead, significantly ahead, as more and more Hellions. Wow, more and more Hellions keep streaming in, and this is crazy. Sjow is doing tremendous amounts of damage to Sheth's economy, as well as his just kind of being a nuisance, and it does, you know, Sheth does manage to get rid of all the Hellions, and in terms of resources lost, they are about even, but the units lost 51. So it is mostly due to just the sheer number of Zerglings, and he is getting out Balings, so it's a pretty good sign for that. A pretty good sign to, you know, Balings do very well against Hellions, Marines, and in terms of transition for Sjow, again, continuously producing more and more Hellions. He's coming out with 2 extra racks, actually 4 extra racks, and then he's going for a 3rd expansion. Ooh, this might be risky. If actually no, this is a pretty good idea to kind of get out a 3rd, because Sheth isn't sitting on anything heavy, and with these Hellions here, they can just contain any Zerglings that come out, and there's 12 about to pop up, but he's going to be at a disadvantage when the Spire comes. Or where's the Spire? There we go, that's a Spire. When the Mutalisks come into play, that's when Sheth is going to be at an advantage if Sjow does not get a lot of Marines out. But he is continuously producing Marines. Stim Pack is done. Combat Shield is on its way, so he should be good now with a few Medivacs. He should be all set now. Switching the factory into with a tech lab should indicate that he is going for a marine tank. Again, it's really popular against Zerg, and the melee attack 1 and the ground carpus level 1 is almost about done for Sheth. And oh, let's go, these Hellions are just, they're goners. With a surround like that, there's no way that the Hellion's gonna escape, and with metabolic boost, Zerglings are that much more faster than Hellions. Hellions are fast, but with metabolic boost, Zerglings are faster. So these Hellions kind of just chilling back here, getting repaired by the SCVs. They're like, hey man, repair me. So other than that, I haven't seen any anything major from these two guys yet. They're just kind of macroing up. Siege Tech is coming out for Sjow, as well as weapons level 1 for the infantry. The flyer attack upgrades are coming out for his Mutalisks, as well as the ground carpus level 2 for his ground attacks. So how many Mutalisks does he have in play at the moment? He's just kind of playing out these Zerglings right now. He is going to get these destructible rocks just because he's pretty certain that Sjow you know, has his 3rd, and if he can break these down, it's a really good way of just kind of getting in and just harassing this vulnerable expansion, as this is kind of vulnerable if you don't have any, proper defense. And on contrary to that, Sheth has dropped his third, so 3 base Terran versus 3 base Zerg. As you can see, Sheth is kind of oversaturated on both of his bases, so a little engagement there. Sorry I missed that, but Mutalisk got met by the missile turrets and the Marines here. Obviously the Marines do tremendous amounts of damage to they just tear up Mutalisks. Mutalisks are Mutalisks aren't that good against fully upgraded Marine, even just Marines with medevac healing power. Look at how fast that Mutalisk just got killed. Like, that's insane. And even look at this, like, a handful of Marines are enough to shoo away these Mutalisks, So, let's see what he does with these Mutalisks. He does have a few Zerglings here as well. Sjow is coming out with Thors just to kind of deal with that. These Hellions are going to get taken out, but these Marines are going to be more than enough to deal with these Mutalisks here. So both players are maintaining late to mid-game transition, as Sjow is coming out with a whole ton of racks. As far as Sheth, what is he up to? Just pretty much chilling here. Lair is coming on through. Sorry, Lair is finished. Hive is coming on through, so pathogen glands are out, infestors are coming out, infestation pit's been there. So the name of the game for Sheth looks like it's going to be Speedling Bailing Infestor. That's what the name of the game is going to be for Sheth. And for Sjow, he's going to be Marine Tank Thor. A very good mix of units there. I'm surprised he doesn't have any medevacs or anything like that. That's I mean, he doesn't even have a starport up. Wow, that's unfortunate. Just now, as I just said it, he's getting out a starport, but wow, that's pretty late for a starport. With the the Marines are that much better with some medevac healing power. And Sheth does get his 4th base, his 3rd expansion, and there is a small push coming out from Sheth, so let's see how effective this is. Oh, he caught the tanks out of siege, and all these Marines. Let's just look at the infestors just tearing up these Marines, but the mutas get caught in a bad place, as there are too many Thors. There's a few Thors in the Marines there. It's more than enough to drive the force of Sjow back. He should really siege this tank, and there we go. The siege line is getting set up, so those infestors, poor infestor gets caught out of place. So the siege line is slowly making its push, and at the same time we can see Sjow is trying to go for that high yield expansion, but Sheth quickly takes him on, and there's go Marines and tank right there, kind of mopping up whatever Sheth has, and that poor infestor gets dropped. And look how fast the Marines take out the Mutalisks. It's absolutely insane. And all these speedlings, I don't know where they're heading. They should head to the battlefield, but they're just kind of chilling out. And 48 Zerglings coming out for Sheth, so a lot of Zerglings. But at this moment, I don't think Zerglings are his best priority. And oh my god, look at this. Greater Spire has already been up, and we are transitioning into Brood Lords. Wow. And there's nothing that Sjow has at the moment that can directly deal with Brood Lords, as the Brood Lords are out. Where are they? Yeah, they're making their way slowly. And with this scan, yeah, I think he saw the Brood Lords. Yeah, there's no way he didn't see the Brood Lords. So and Sjow is about to push up into his Sheth's 2nd natural, so let's see how Sheth can defend that. And by the looks of it, he's in a very vulnerable position, as this one Thor kind of gets demolished. Unfortunate for him, but let's take a look at this engagement here, as the Brood Lords are kind of going to town. Basically, there's not that much anti-air, only Zerglings coming out. Level 3 weapons upgrades coming for Sjow's Marines, which are going to make them beefy, but again, there's not a lot of response for the Brood Lords here, as they're pretty much raining all these Marines up. So, but there is still enough of a ground force here just to kind of, you know, keep Seth, you know, still vulnerable. But a few tanks, a few stray tanks here. I don't know why he just turned back around and just fired them instead of just losing the tanks. Wow. It's kind of an unfortunate scenario. Look at this medevac taking this one Thor all the way down here. And now this Thor is going to go to town on anything that's here. And hopefully he does drop it. As this Thor, 17 kills, what a beast. This Thor is going to be pretty much just free reign until he gets surrounded, as he does now. Hopefully he picks it up, and there we go. Oh no, he's going to lose the Thor as these corruptors are here. There's nothing he can do about it, and oh, just good idea to just drop the Thor on the ground here, but Mr. Captain, he just had to get taken out. So finally, we're gonna see a transition into the late game Vikings. Hopefully, he comes out with some Vikings to deal with the Broodlord. He's coming out with the ship level 1 upgrade. Level 3 weapons infantry is almost done. Level 3 armor almost done. 10 marines just popped out. 8 are coming out. He's coming out with a Ghost Academy. Where is that Ghost Academy? Sneaky Ghost Academy. There we go. That's a Ghost Academy. And yeah, a lot more medevacs. Kind of transitioning into the late game, and we do see a very big, strong push coming out from Show. I'm getting lots of siege tanks, lots of marines, kind of trying to secure the high yield expansion to get a better economy, as Show is a fair bit ahead in terms of resources. Excuse me, I just kind of burped, but look at all these tanks just going to town on all these speedlings. It's wow. Speedlings are no match for a siege line. I don't know what the heck Seth was thinking there, but more and more speedlings coming out, more Thors, 10 marines about to pop out. He is going to be put a planetary here, which is my idea. In terms of oh, there was a drop here that Seth quickly mopped up. So we have some corruptors, some broodlords, some infestors, bailings, just kind of just chilling out. And this is kind of the stronghold for Show at the moment. He has a very big siege line set up, and ooh, these infestors just walking right by the siege line. That's unfortunate for Show, as if he got a few tanks up here or something like that, which he's doing now, he could have sniped those out no problem. But he has to be careful with these broodlords. But there are Vikings on the field, I think. Yeah, there we go. There are Vikings on the field, but there are corruptors to deal with the Vikings, so we're gonna have to see how effective this the anti-air is gonna be. As hopefully we see a push coming out very soon, as he is coming out with 2 more corruptors. There's still kind of just both of them just kind of dance around, and there is a drop here at his his 3rd natural, which is quickly gonna get taken up by the bailings and speedlings. Wow, that is a lot of bailings. Poor marines. And he just fungles a medevac and gets some infested Terrans just to kind of like put it in his face. But sensor tower up for Show, kind of just giving him vision of everything that's going on, which is good. And he's coming out with 2 more command centers, and hopefully we see some action real quick. 3 more command centers. Wow, what a commanding position Show is in at the moment. I don't think there's a lot that Seth can do. He's sitting with speedling bailings, which are good, but against the siege line that is this heavy, yeah, he has his work cut out for him. So let's see what he does. And this SCV is gonna get taken out by the broodlords. So let's see what he does. Okay, I try to get this missile turret up. Just kind of still macroing up, getting more and more broodlords, and ghosts are coming into play now. We have 1 there, 1 more coming out. Mobius reactor to get more energy for the ghosts. It's going to be out soon. So look at this mech army. It's not even a mech army, it's just a beast of an army. Like marines fully upgraded with medevac healing power, tanks, and oh my goodness, these broodlords are in a bad place with these Vikings, and you just get 1 sniped out. Okay, so let's see how this works out. Finally, we see a heavy push. All these tanks just mop up a bunch of infestors. So look at those Marines tear up the Brood Lords and the infestors, fungal, and the Ghost EMPs. But unfortunately, the Marines are too low in health to kind of do anything. So Sheth does mop it up, but these corruptors are goners as well. There's so many Brood Lords here that actually no, they are gonna get taken out. And now it would be a good idea for Sjow to kind of attack his third natural here. He is in a good position as there's not that much of a force for him to deal with all these infestors. If he just moves up his siege line, which he's doing right now, he's gonna be in a very good position. And look at, there is a hidden, not really a hidden expansion, but Sheth has his 5th up there. And if it doesn't get spotted, I don't think Sjow knows about it. Yeah, no, Sjow does not know about it. So what do we have up here? Well, we have a few Zerglings just kind of just being a nuisance there, but this is what I'm talking about. All these infestors get taken out by the tanks, and holy cow, all these infested Terrans just kind of just chilling out. And all these ghosts get sniped out as well, sniping out the Brood Lords, but they get taken out by the Speedlings and Balings. But these Vikings are pretty much going to town. That one is, you know, they have free reign of the skies, as the Corruptor is still. Now finally, there's one Corruptor that's going to deal with the nuisance of the Vikings. But it looks like this Sheth's 3rd is going to be vulnerable, as he doesn't have that much to defend, and Sjow is going pretty hard at it. So hopefully he can target fire it down. But oh no, he's not target firing it down. And wow, it has 83 HP. But there's enough. There we go. Finally, he takes it out with the ghosts. Fortunately, the ghosts don't stand that much. Oh wow, they do have a huge ton of snipes just going out on all those infestors, and wow, that's sad. All those infestors just got sniped. That's all I gotta say. It just got sniped. Level 3 weapons coming out for Sjow, for the Vikings, which are gonna give them a lot more firepower. And wow, there's a planetary there. There's another expansion going down for Sjow there, which is gonna get stopped by the infestors and the infested Terrans. But wow, surprisingly enough, it looks like Sjow is in a dominant position right now, and he is pushing on his 4th base at the moment. So let's see how well he can take this out. Now, all the tanks are being met by the Speedlings and infestors, and the EMPs on the infestors is just killer. And there's a Marauder there, just kind of being, you know, just another add-on. And there are more Marauders and Ghosts here, just kind of trying to prevent Sheth from taking this expansion again, as all these workers are doing long-distance mining, and this expansion is getting hit. So Sjow doing a very good job of constantly harassing Sheth's economy, hitting them simultaneously, so just kind of keeping him off guard. And this is going to be a matter of time, as you can even see that the economy, Sheth, look at all the resources he's floating on. A whole ton of minerals, compared to Sheth, who isn't that mineral heavy. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game plays out, as these 2 Marauders and these Ghosts, that's 6 kills there, 11 kills there. This Ghost is 9 kills. These guys are the heroes. And oh, he's about to lose them, and oh, he picks them up. Oh man. And what else do we have here? We have a whole ton of Ghosts with Marauders mixed in with tanks, just kind of, you know, protecting. I'm just kind of figuring out what they're doing. They're like, oh, la 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 la, we've pretty much killed everything, we don't know what to do. Just kind of sitting there and just chilling out. This expansion here gets dropped. I hear some Ghosts. There we go. Yeah, so Sheth's 4th expansion gets taken out. By the I think there was a drop here by the Marines. Sorry, by Medivacs with Marauders and Ghosts. So unfortunately for Sjow, he is in a tough position, and unfortunately for Sheth, he's in a tough position, and his 5th is gonna get taken out, as he brings a few tanks, ghosts, and marauders into the mix and just kind of snipes that out in a matter of, you know, seconds. So yeah, right now there is pretty much nothing that Sheth has that's significant enough. I mean, he does have Balings, but with tanks are a really good buffer against Balings because they are heavy armored units. But he has to be careful on how he uses the Balings because he just spotted that out. So now there are Ravens in play. Banshees are coming out. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it is. But if I think when Sheth, you know, loses this engagement, it's gonna be game over for him because I don't see him coming back from this. And fungal growths get taken out on all these Vikings here. Banshees are in play. 4 more popping out. Marines and Ghosts pushing forward, sniping all these Balings. I don't know why he's just running out. He should turn around and just engage them. I don't know why he's just kind of just staying there. And finally he gets them, but it's kind of too late now as this Marine, Ghost, Raven, Viking, tank, you name it. You know, pretty much all the most baller units from Terran, and there is the GG from Sheth. So it has been a very macro-friendly game so far. Hope you guys enjoyed it. The series is tied 1-1, and game number 3 is going to be on in just a second. Thanks for watching, guys.